Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Rosina Sharon and today we are doing makeup on this beautiful soul for the second time. Yeah, and before we do that, kindly subscribe, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll be reading all of them kama kawaida, and if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. With no further ado, let us go straight into the video. So we're going to start off with the eyebrows like always. So starting off, I'm just brushing with a spoolie first before I start lining, and to line I am starting off with Davis number 3 eye pencil. On a client, while I'm lining the lower side, I have to raise the eyebrow up a bit so it gives me that natural angle I can follow, and then on the upper side to line you do not have to raise the eyebrow, and I'm lining using the Davis number 3. And then next, before I start filling in, I'm just going to brush through her eyebrows using the Becca primer so they can just stay intact. Then press it in completely, wait for the Becca primer to dry before I start filling in. So to fill in, I'm using the Davis number 3 to start from the outer corner going towards the inner corner. Around the inner corner, I'm going to do it very, very gently going up. And then after I am done with the Davis number 3, I'm just going to use a darker eye pencil to draw the hair-like structures. This is number 1, Davis eye pencil number 1 in the shade number 1, sorry. So I'm just going to draw hair-like structures, especially where I feel like there is a lot of space. That is where I'm going to concentrate on while drawing the hair-like structures. So after we are done with that, I'm just going to clean her eyebrows. I'm starting off with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. It has a warm undertone, that is why I like using it. So I'm not going to start from the inner corner directly, and then after you just drag the concealer down so it's easier to blend after. And then around the inner corner, I'm going to use a foundation that matches her skin tone completely, so we avoid having that harsh line around the inner corner. And then to clean the upper side, I am going to use a foundation that matches our skin tone as well. For her foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade number 360. And when you're cleaning the client's upper side of the brow, stand by her left side. Trust me, it works like magic. It's easier to line from her left side on the upper side while you're doing a client. So before we start eyeshadow, we're just going to set her eyelids, starting off with the concealer we used to clean her eyebrows the first time. That is a LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn first, and then after that we're going to use an eyeshadow base. For the eyeshadow base, we're using the Plouise eyeshadow base in the shade number 2. So start off from the lower lid going up, so the upper side blends into the concealer you used while you're lining the first time. And then after that is when we move on to eyeshadow. I am using Reina Beauty eyeshadow palette, and we're going to place that from the outer corner going towards the inner corner, blending in on the upper lid, and as we approach the inner corner, kindly blend it down. Okay, we do not want to have that big space around the inner corner. Blend it down as we go towards the inner corner. And then after that, we're going to blend in the first transition using an orange shade. And guys, this is a birthday glam, so kindly remember that we are going to do an eye makeup that is eye makeup that is going to stand out. Yeah. And then after that, we're going to draw a cut crease using the Plouise eyeshadow base in the shade number 2. And then as you draw the cut crease, start off by drawing that line, and then you can blend in after, and make sure the cut crease goes to at least 3/4 of the eye, not halfway. And then after that, for the cut crease region, it's starting off to blend from the outer corner, and I'm using an orange shade around the outer corner. Not a very bright orange, but it has an orange undertone. And then going towards the inner corner, we're going to use a bright nude look. This is not white, but it appears white on camera. I don't know why. It's a bright nude shade. And then after, I just did a gold liner on top of the cut crease just to make it stand out a bit. And then after that, I'm drawing the wing. Can you see my client is sleeping? She's dozing off at this point. Anyway, to draw the wing, make sure the client's eyes are open, looking straight, so you can draw the wing. And then after, just connect that to the liner you started off with, and then fill it in. And then before we move on to the face, start off by cleaning the face first. Make sure the face is clean. Okay, clean out the fallout on her under eyes, her whole face. Just clean the whole face first before you move on to the skin prep. Then after that, for the first step of skin prep, I'm just going to use a hydrating mist, on her face, just to hydrate her face a bit. As the hydrating mist is setting, I am going to apply her falsies. And these falsies are amazing. Let me tell you, they're amazing. They made her eyes look so beautiful. And then after applying the falsies, make sure you line on the lower side, so at least her natural lashes and the falsies match. They don't look like two separate identities. And then after that, I'm just going to do the cream eyeliner on her waterline before I move on to the face again. And look at her eyes. Yo, beautiful, beautiful eyes, let me tell you. Okay, so after we have done the hydrating mist, it has set, we move on to applying the moisturizer and sunscreen. This is the Cerave AM moisturizer. It has a SPF in it, so it's amazing. And then I'm just going to apply that all over her face. And after application, allow it to set first before you move on to priming. Again, all the products used on this look will be on the description box, so for products, kindly check the description. And then after the moisturizer has set in, we move on to priming, and I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, concentrating mostly on the areas where she produces oil the most, that is around her nose, T-zone area in other words. And then after that, for primer, you tap it in to blend. Tap, 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 and wait for it to be absorbed into the skin completely before you move on to foundation. And then after that, for foundation, you're using the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade number 360, starting off just around her cheeks, blending it down. And for foundation, please avoid using fresh product, around the corner of the nose and directly on her under eye. And then we're going to blend that in using a brush. So tap, tap, tap until it is all blended in. And please avoid using too much product, especially for the cream products. Avoid using too much of it. So we're just going to do that on both sides of her face, and then we're going to blend in around the lip region. And then on the forehead, to blend, start off just above the eyebrow going up, so you avoid using too much product around the hairline region. And then after that, we're going to blend in between the eyebrows and then bring it down to the bridge of the nose. And then after we're done with the foundation, we're just going to use a bit of cream blush around the upper side of her cheeks, and then we're going to blend that down immediately. Okay, and when it comes to cream blush, please blend. Take your time to blend, blend, blend. You don't want it to looking like just one line and a very thick line. We just want it to blend into the foundation on the upper side of the cheek. Okay, and do that before you start highlighting with the concealer. Then after, we're just going to highlight using the very same concealer we used to clean the eyebrow. So starting off from the under eye, place it on the inner corner and outer corner. That is enough product for the whole side. Please avoid using too much product, especially around the under eye, because this area is very, very delicate. If you use too much product, it is going to create that crease around the under eye, and you want to avoid that. So that crease occurs mostly because of the product you used and the amount of product you used. So be very careful while you're doing that. And then after that, we're just going to highlight the bridge of her nose. And the product remaining on the beauty blender is what I'm going to blend on her forehead. I'm not going to apply highlighter on her forehead. Yeah. Then after that, we're just going to set the areas where we highlighted, and I'm using the Maybelline finishing powder, compact finishing powder in the shade number 356. For chocolate skin, I recommend you do this. Avoid using the setting powder itself, the powder resetting powder, because most of the time it is very light, unless you're using the, what is it called again, Laura Mercier finishing powder. It's amazing. So after that, we're just going to contour her forehead first, and then for her cheeks, we are not going to contour, we're just going to warm it up using a bronzer. I don't know why the hell the voiceover today is giving me trouble. And then after that, we're just going to contour her nose as well. Then after drawing the contour lines, we're just going to blend it in using a clean brush, so we avoid having that harsh contour line around the nose. And I don't know why the light kept fluctuating, let me tell you. And then after that, we're just going to do a setting spray on her whole face. Look at the way this light was just playing with me. Aye. And then after, we're just going to add a bit of a highlighter around the tip of her nose. We're not going to do highlighter on her cheeks. We just want to see that warmth on her cheeks remain constant. And then after that, we're just going to lip line using the Davis No.1 lip liner. After lip lining, make sure you blend the lip liner in completely before you move on to applying the lipstick. And then we decided to go for a red lipstick today because it is her birthday and we want her to pop. So that is why we decided to go for a bold lip too. And that would be the final look, guys. We enjoyed, especially her eyes. Look, she has such beautiful eyes, let me tell you. Woof. And that would be the final look, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the comment section, and I'll be